Hey guys, this is a Diary A, and I'm talking to my friend Brent about religion views and government issues. So, I will tell my side of the story later, and as for now, Brent is going to tell his side of the story. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, first, of course, I'm Brent.
Yep.
And I'm not the 77% of Americans that view themselves as Christians. I'm part of a very, very small minority. And because of that, you're going to be ridiculed by people. And some people, will blame the government. And like we were talking about before the video ever started.
Yep.
We were going to talk about how the government's trying to take away our freedom to religion or beliefs. And I digress on that because it's really the citizens that are arrogant enough to judge people by a title other than their true character. And that's a really big problem in America now, is since I'm part of a minority, both politically and religiously, I will constantly face a struggle because people won't accept me as just who I am, but they'll view me as a spiritualist and a liberal. Well, I guess liberal is not really minority, but where I live in Georgia, it's very much so a minority, especially the part of Georgia we live in.
What do you think about them, the government law about the right to bear arms and how they can send drones to eliminate people without a proper court case?
Well, for one, I do agree with the Second Amendment, but the Second Amendment clearly states a well-regulated militia. And I do think that arms need to be well-regulated. We don't need to have mentally insane people like the Newtown shooter or the Aurora shooter having such ease to access weapons like AK-47s or high-powered rifles.
So you think they should do background checks?
What?
Do you think they should have background checks to see if they're mentally capable of being able to wear an arm?
If they have any form of emotional or mental issue, they need to have a red light on them to not be able to have a weapon.
Yeah.
And second, we need to have a waiting period before you can buy a weapon, because if you're going to kill somebody and you don't have a weapon, you're going to go buy the weapon, get the weapon, and go ahead and just kill them. And most of the time they end up cowarding out and killing themselves. So really, in my view, there's no real point in guns unless you're like an older person, or not trying to be sexist, but like if you're a female home alone and a male breaks in, usually the male will have dominance in a situation. So we need to have arms to protect ourselves, but we do not have to have arms to just say, hey, look, I have this 500-round, high-powered, fully automatic, 5 trillion rounds a second thing in my closet, because that's just unreasonable, and we really don't need it.
Yeah, I understand that. But what if, in case of, actually, you proved a good point there. I was thinking about, because, they're talking about how if they keep guns from the first place to keep them away from people, that, if they just take it away, then there won't be a crime rate, but they could still sneak guns, they could still, hide guns. And
absolutely. But you just have to think about Great Britain or Germany. I mean, I personally lived in Germany. There are virtually there's no gun violence there. And it's, actually a really good thing, because I don't have to, worry that some guy's going to break into my house at night and pull a weapon if we try to retaliate. I mean, of course they can have some form of weapon, like a knife, but you can't kill 20 people with a knife. And I have a 5-foot bow staff over there, and I can board you off with that if you only have a knife. Unless you have a 6-foot bow staff, then I'm screwed.
It's true. I get
But
that.
I'm going to go off this tangent. Anyhow, like in Britain, in 1996, I believe, there was actually a very similar school shooting that happened there, almost like Newtown. And they put a ban on handguns, and they requested that if you have any handguns or rifles, you have to turn them in. I think it was hundreds of thousands of weapons were turned in, and the crime rate, or the murder,
What?
by gun, I think it is in America. It's either 1,200 or 12,000.
Nope, sorry, yeah.
You can check up on that.
Well, what about religion? Do you think that it's okay for Muslims to come here and still treat their women badly and, like,
Absolutely not.
have their
We are
own
a
church
country
and
founded on the
situation?
Constitution. We are not a theocracy, and we will not let somebody. In the Constitution, the preamble states that the 6 jobs of the or one of the 6 jobs of the government is to secure blessings of liberty and promote the general welfare. You're not going to be well off if you have a husband abusing you in the name of Allah or the name of any God. Because, really a God that would be loving or caring would not tell you that you have to cover up your face or you have to wear large cloaks around because, it prevents men from, looking at you in the wrong way.
Yeah.
If you want to express yourself and follow your heart, because your heart will never guide you wrong, and that's just
It's true.
the way it is.
Do you think that parents should tell their children what to be, like what religion they should follow, and have a big
Absolutely not.
influence?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. A child should not be subject to any form of belief system until they're properly educated, unbiasedly, on all sides of the stories, and then let them choose what they want to be when they're at the proper age.
Yeah.
I was 14 when I became an atheist, or 13 when I became an atheist, and then I continued as an atheist until several months ago.
What do you
when I
know?
started studying spiritualism.
Spiritualism? Oh yeah, I forgot. He
Nothing
told me
scary.
that. What is spiritualism?
Yes, I did tell you that. I believe. Well, I can tell you what I believe, and I would consider it spiritualism. But one second, let me get off this really loud plastic covered bed because I'm probably disrupting everything I'm saying about it. What I believe is that we are all manifestations of a consciousness that was formed before our solar system, before our universe, before anything. There was consciousness, and that's what people will call God, or any title that you put onto it. God, gods. And we are all manifestations of what this thing came up with. That doesn't mean I don't believe in the Big Bang, because I definitely do, and it doesn't mean that I don't believe in evolution, because I definitely do, and those are pretty much facts of science.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think something came from nothing. Just to me, there had to be something that sparked something.
Yeah.
So at the same time, I think we're just souls. And interestingly enough, the colors of the chakras go in order of the rainbow. And the colors of the rainbow, Roy G. Biv, is white light. When you put it through a prism, it breaks the light up into those colors.
Yeah.
So, it's just kind of interesting and coincidental when your chakras just so happen to be like that, and we're considered beings of light.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually really good views. And my views are that I think just that that something can't come from nothing, but I believe in life. Just life, because things grow for a reason. And I believe that this is going to sound really strange, but at one point I believed that this earth was just an organism. Like,
it pretty much
yeah,
is an organism.
I mean, and we're kind of like pesticides on the organism. Does that sound weird? I mean, think about it for a second.
In a way.
That's what I believe.
Well, the earth is living, and I don't think it's just a big rock with magma in the center of it and
Yeah.
water on the outside. But yeah, the earth is living, and we're little things on the earth that are right now killing the earth, which is not exactly a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we should fix that.
Yeah, totally.
Government.
But as in for government issues, I am a libertarian. I could go either way. So,
I don't even know what I can consider.
Hardcore liberal.
Yes. But it doesn't mean that I wouldn't vote for a conservative. Doesn't mean I wouldn't vote for an independent.
Yeah, because Democrats and Republicans, they're kind of like the same, but just different views. But they don't see it like that. They think it like they're on two separate worlds.
I don't think we should have any political parties. I think we should be a non-party system or a one-party system, basically.
Yeah.
Or not one-party, a non-party system. Because I don't want to spark a huge communist revolution and you only have one person to vote for. China.
Yeah.
But I think
China.
they should run off their personal political views and people would vote on them because they are who they are and they're not a Republican and they're not a Democrat, they're not a Libertarian, they're not part of the Green Party or the Socialist Party or the Constitutional Party. It goes on forever, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, there's over 56 parties of socialism, and socialism is only one thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we got to talk about
George
this.
Washington also had the same view.
What are you talking about? George Washington.
And I think you mean George Washington said that there should be no political parties because all they'll ever do is bicker and they'll
Exactly.
never get anything done. And lo and behold, look at Congress not getting anything done.
Well, it's true. And, like, the thing that scares me the most, before we end this, but the thing that scares me the most is that, like, a lot of the, in the groups, like, the parties and the communists, a lot of them, even in the Senate and representatives, they've been bribed and stuff, and, like, just to choose what one person or another person wants, and it's not for us, but it's for that one person to get higher in power. Yeah, Pork Barrel Project.
What they're called.
Yeah. I don't like that at all.
Civics for the win.
I don't like that at all. That makes me so mad. Like, you don't even know.
Well, that's the only way they're going to be able to get votes, is because, I mean, nobody's going to like them off their political beliefs. But
heaven forbid we actually get some good people in here and help the freaking, They shouldn't get paid. They should do it because they want to help us. But, yeah. So.
By the way, you said that this was the Diary 8. I think it's the Diary 9.
Are you sure?
I think, because I think I watched your 8th one.
Crap, it is Diary 9. I'm never good at numbers. I'm never good at numbers.
Clap, clap, clap.
Okay, this is Diary 9. Excuse me for my bad numbering and stuff, so. Say bye, Brent.
Peace out, homies.
Peace out, homies. See ya.